Yo, what's up? So, I don't know if you saw my first small hands troubleshooting video, but it ended up doing pretty well for a small channel like mine. So I thought I'd make a part 2. Now, if you're here to learn trigger or re-trigger with small hands, comment down below because so do I. In other words, I'm not able to do those, so I won't be troubleshooting them in this video. That may come in the future with a part 3, but until then I'll be troubleshooting these cuts, and here are the timestamps too. Yeah, so let's not waste any more time and let's get straight on into the video. Alright, so we're gonna start simple with this little packet twirl thing. Now before that, you gotta know how to do the SHAWTY cut or the revolution cut. And I was troubleshooting the revolution cut in the last one. I didn't troubleshoot the SHAWTY because I think most people have that down. But just a quick tips, if you're able to reach, keep the pinky on the bottom. I would not recommend putting it in dealer's grip like this, because I feel like that just slows you down, or it does for me at least. And also, when you push up, sometimes your thumb cannot reach because it's not long enough, and see how that top packet's starting to break off. So what you gotta do is you just gotta balance it on the bottom packet like that, and that's the SHAWTY. So, but anyway, I'm troubleshooting the actual like twirling packet. So to do that, you do one of the two cuts, and then you let this top packet, for me it's the Queen of Diamonds, drop on to a ring finger like that, and then the middle finger clamps down on it. And this is what can be the most difficult. It's the sliding this top packet, because right here it slides and it's kind of harder to flip over like that. But basically what's happening is your fingers like this, and then they're switching spots. But with this little corner pushing down to the cards, it can be more difficult. So what you want it to happen is it kind of turns more perpendicular, I guess, like that, and then let it fall. Also, another tip for that little packet spin is to use a smaller amount of cards. Now, I've seen some people who take their ring finger and put it down into the cards like that to do the packet spin, and that's why I would recommend doing an actual cut, because this can be very difficult for small hands. So that's the first one. The sometimes annoying at least, scissor cut. So as you can see right there, I already messed up as it did not land square because it hit my pinky in the corner. And I feel like that can be the biggest issue for some people. And if it's not, then I'll just start from the beginning. So what I like to do is I like to just pick up some cards. I know some people like to riffle the cards, but I don't like to riffle the cards. I just pick it up like that. And then this thumb, you see how it's like going out that way? So without the cards, it looks like this, kind of. And make sure your pinky is down here. But this pack is pinched between your thumb and index, and it goes out. Now while that's happening, you can see these three fingers down here are pushing downwards on this corner of the packet, so that way the top one can clear. So without the top packet, it's just doing this. And then while that happens, this corner sometimes likes to push up on this packet, because if it's like this, then it doesn't move very well because the corner is blocking the bottom. So just let it make it more horizontal if needed. Okay, and then you kind of want to bring this index more behind, and you gotta just really gotta stretch. Now sometimes you don't have your scissor cut this big, but if you are confident enough to like hold it like this, completely horizontal, then I think you have a pretty strong scissor cut. And then from here, this thumb comes down. Now as you can see, this packet is kind of blocking, so it doesn't go down like that. So your index has to back up that way, like that, and to where it's more like a 90-degree angle. And the packets are facing each other, so this one's not turned like this anymore, it's turned like this, if that makes sense. And then your thumb comes down. Now here's what I have trouble with the most, is this pinky down here. So I just have to loosen my grip with the pinky and just let the packets fall. So just re-grip with the pinky while the other fingers push this packet up and the thumb lets these cards fall. So again, real quick, just pick up some cards, move your thumb upwards while the bottom packet is pivoted, I guess, against the palm in the corner, and then move your index back and let the top packet fall if you want, or you can just keep it like this. Move this packet back, bring your thumb down. Now also another quick little tip is that if you push this packet up into your index, if that makes sense, so your thumb, instead of your index pushing down into your thumb where it goes down, you need to push up. That can make some space for your pinky to fit. So like this, push up, and you can see my index is really extended out to where it's still holding onto the packet, and then that just makes a lot more space for your pinky. Okay, next is the one-handed triangle. Now I've seen some people do the one-handed triangle from like a Charlier, and then they do something from here. I don't know what I'm doing. So my version of the one-handed triangle is to do a version of the triple cut. So triple cut. So I probably need to troubleshoot the triple cut first. So you start in a Charlier, and then your index on the side peels off about half the top packet or less or more, and then you let go of the top packet with your thumb, and then the top packet kind of slides on the nail, and then these fingers down here just relax and go down, like fall downwards, while your index moves up. It's kind of hard to see at this angle, I know. And then the index comes up to the top instead of the side, and then you move your index this way, and now it's kind of in this revolution cut start, and these two packets are kind of squared up, and then you can do just a normal Charlier. So again, that's what it looks like. Move your pinky down while your index goes up, and wedge that bottom packet into the middle packet and do a Charlier. You really, depending on how big or small your hands are, you may have to really stretch out. Kind of like how you may have to stretch out with a scissor cut. Now, first you gotta know for sure if your hands are even big enough to do the triangle. So to see whether or not it's possible, you just gotta cheat, do a charlier or something, and then hold it like this. And if you're able to do this, then you are probably able to do the triple cut variation of the triangle. Now for my variation into the triangle, I drop a third, and then I push it up as much as I can. Now, sometimes it goes all the way up. Other times, my thumb will riffle off cards like that, except I'm cheating, and that's okay too. But then so now you're stuck like this, and then my index peels off some cards. Let's slide the top packet on the nail, and then that kind of these two packets just fall on top, and then I just pull them down with my thumb, and then it forms a triangle. So going over that again, break off a small packet, push up, and see how that top packet split. That happens sometimes because my hands aren't big enough, but that's okay because then it makes it easier for me to peel off cards from the bottom. And then again, let that fall. Place this little angle on top, and then use your pinky also to push up the bottom packet, and use your thumb to push down to where the triangle lines up. Now I can't do a thumb cut because if I try to reach over, my fingers don't go down here. It's not working here because these cards are stuck under. But if I take away half and try to do it, it's a little bit easier, but still not able to do it very well. But now how you know kind of if you are able to do a thumb cut or not is you take a single card and you line it up with your thumb. Where you let it lay in this fleshy part like that. Maybe even farther than the fleshy part. So now you can see that I'm able to get into this position with just one card. And you might be able to tell that I have just a little bit more space for a few more cards. So I'm able to do it with about half of the deck, and that is true because I can also do L cuts. But like I was saying, I can't do it with the full deck because my thumb cannot reach all of those cards without just changing positions, and then changing grips just ruins the rest of the cut. Okay, so after you re-grip to the straddle, you need to have the confidence to with the packet with your thumb, and now it's gripped in a straddle kind of like in a symbol. Now you want the bottom packet to end up on top of this packet. So what you need to do is, I'm sorry my dog is barking, but you need to move your thumb this way while these fingers move this way. So kind of your middle finger is pushing on that packet, if that makes sense. So they move away from each other and then back toward each other once they clear, like that. And then from here I basically just let go of the packet kind of, except I hold on to it with my ring finger, and then I re-grip with the bottom packet with my middle, and then you have your index cut. And then the last cut I'm going to troubleshoot in this video is front flip by Jaspa's. So basically, you have your packet in this awkward position, and then you break off cards. I'm in a really weird position right now, so I can't really perform it very well. Now to show how big of a difference putting this corner, me holding it like this, my thumb can easily reach. What you might do is put it right here on this little pad. And if you put it there, it's definitely a stretch. And I can barely peel the cards off. So make sure you're putting it in between these two fingers, and hopefully that helps and it'll be a lot easier to do front flip. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this video was as helpful as the first small hands video. Now the cuts that I troubleshoot may not be as popular, but I can still see people with small hands struggling with them, and hopefully this video was helpful. And if it was, be sure to give it a like and comment some one-handed cuts down below that you may be struggling with, and hopefully I'll be able to troubleshoot them again if it's not trigger or re-trigger. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe, it'll help me out a bunch. I'm almost at 100. And yeah, I'll see you next time.